There were some IP issues yesterday morning, and the school district already had jobs they were doing elsewhere. Amy and her team came in and took care of that in less than an hour and got it going before Valorant was even back online, which was huge. So shout outs to them. Ton of colleges that are out here this week. So we've got Wartburg, we've got William Penn's here today, we have Briarcliff, we have Buena Vista. Of course, we got MCC. I was saving us for last, and I think there was another school that was here as well that is escaping me right now. Truman State out of Missouri, right? And so just a ton of great schools here for this event. Love to see that support. We had Coach Albie from BV on cast with Carter earlier today. We had Coach Jack from Briarcliff on a cast with us earlier today. We've had the MCC coaches and players on cast today, so that's been great. And then all of the other businesses and partners that you're seeing in the videos, in the ad cards. So, the Marshalltown Chamber of Commerce, really helping to bring this event to the Orpheum. You've got Lily Mae's Chocolates and Subcity. Subcity's provided us lunch all week, which has been phenomenal. Love it, love it, love it. Of course, you have things like Minuteman that printed out all of the signage that's here at the Orpheum, as well as the championship banners that are out at MCC. We got another round of those coming, which is awesome. Bye Bye Blue Light, Undeniably Dairy, Fiber Gaming Network, just so many sponsors coming together to really throw their support towards this event and make it happen. And I've gone through all of that and we still have 30 seconds left, guys.
Well, what I'm expecting to see here, because I haven't seen it out of either of these teams today, is an early invade on the jungle. I think it was Washington ran a dive through jungle to take an early kill, and it actually worked multiple times. So I'm wondering if these two will try it out after probably experiencing something similar.
I have seen at least one of these teams attempt that today. I will put it that way.
Did it work out, though?
It did. It did. All right, so we're going to mess with some settings here as they get in here. So we want you guys to see the scoreboard and the objective times. We'll do chat for now. We'll turn it off if we don't like it. Time controls we will turn off. And let's see, top lane, jungle. I believe that's our mid lane matchup. I think everybody's in the right spot. Awesome. So we're going to let the camera mostly operate itself because we're not going to try to track this action. And the game does a decent job of it.
The only issue I have with it is when a fight is going out and it just goes straight to top lane, watching them farm.
But I feel like, oh yeah, Jahir coming in here with the zoomed out view, the goat here. Fog of War. Oh, you guys can turn in fog off?
Yeah.
Okay.
Just being able to see everything that's going on in the jungle.
All right, we'll turn it off. So just realize if we hit it for a second, those shaded areas are spots that the players on the teams cannot see, but when we turn on spectator mode, we can, so we can catch all the action. What they're doing here at the start of the game, they're all setting up to go into their lanes. Typically what that means is that the bottom laners are going to help out the jungler for a second, and then they're going to go into their lanes. If you're watching League of Legends right now for the first time...
They're going for the invade.
Oh, they are. They're going to go for the kill. We'll talk about that in a second. So let's see if this invade goes off.
Placing the ward.
East is sitting in the blue bush. Oh, you going to get spotted?
Double warding.
Oh my goodness.
Is this...
And is Thresh going to sit on the other side of the wall?
And
they got to be so careful.
I think they're just going to go back right away.
Yeah, they didn't do anything.
So they realized,
they warded it.
Yeah, they realized there was a ward already there, and they're just giving up on it.
Oh, got you. I love that Ratman is running as, like, the Business Mundo skin.
He's got a swaggy walk to him.
Yeah, that is Mr. Business. Yeah, Susan on the Jason in mid lane. So anyway, before we get too into it, both teams are trying to take the other team's giant crystal in the middle called their Nexus. There's a bunch of towers and minions in the way, and the goal is to push through all of that stuff, level up, get stronger, buy items, win fights, and do all of that. And we'll do our best to explain that to you guys as we go.
And already a lot of hope going through mid lane here.
Starting off a pretty even bot lane. Again, we've seen both of these bot lanes today being pretty gross, and then what I mean by that is both teams playing them very well.
Yeah, but we're already seeing a little bit of a difference in CS in top lane, and then in bot lane, kind of going back and forth here.
Yeah, when we say CS, we are referring to these scores. Generally, for most characters, the higher this number is, the better, and you're directly comparing it to the person across from them. So, Mundo having 4 more points than Shen, The only lane where that really doesn't matter so much is down here. These supports don't care as much about this score because they want this person above them to have a higher number. So if you're trying to track stats at home, just watch for these numbers. Bigger is generally better. This is tracking the kills up here at the top, and this is tracking how much money each team has.
It looks like, of course, you know, this early in the game, you're going to have the jungler farming in the little area that's in between the lanes, and then just down the actual lanes is where everyone else is going to be farming. And what you're going to be looking for is the one that's in the jungle going for a flank around and getting kills whenever they can. Seems like Zach wanting to go through the mid lane here. Setting it up.
He's sitting in the bush right now.
And he's
jumping in, trying to get a kill on Susan. Susan on the Jace. Oh! Briar's blood goes to Zach. The Briar did try to come in. Alien coming in, but just a little bit too late. Oh, we didn't read out the rosters. Give me a second. Let me read out who these players are.
We'll have time since top lane was being focused.
It's true. Waukee's roster, we have Talon Shaw on Death by Baguette, Sam Gravy on Ratman, Jackson White is J-Dubs 817, Jeremy Carpenter is Torley Asteroid, Anna Moore is Bruh Anna 06, Riley Vernon is Edge 1306. On the East roster real quick, we have Neldon Bracco is Zara, Jasper DeWolf is Wolf, Avery,
Oh my goodness.
Almost getting the kill there.
the Silas barely living there. Avery Ellerman on Alien, Javion Burt on Sleepy Ring, Damian Davidson on Butter, and Thomas Mokel on Susan.
Oh my god,
the
that
hooks!
They're not going to be able to do anything with it because there are minions in the way.
No, but expect all three of us to go nuts for any Thresh hooks that happen because these two play a bot lane that includes Thresh, and I just love seeing hooks.
Oh, dude, Thresh is so fun. Did you hear makes fun?
Oh, the Mundo.
Susan and Butter collapsing on Ratman. I don't think he's going to make it out of here. Mundo is tanky, but not yet. That early game Shen is a lot more powerful than people give it credit for. And combined with Alien coming in there to support, good gank.
Now, tied on kills so far, gold is in Waukee's favor here. Seems like they're questioning who's missing down mid here. I think it's Waukee wondering, where did mid go?
Indeed they are, and mid is in fact down here.
He recalled to buy an item, I think.
Oh yeah, you can see them in the very bottom left here.
Or he was in the top right.
Oh, right, sorry. Directions are hard.
Recalled after the king.
Oh, Briar pushing in.
Oh, they're gonna hit edge.
Edge.
Oh,
my
but
God,
it is getting mounted! Jace coming in to back up. Susan coming in to help. Gonna have to back off, but that does save Alien from going down. With Alien going to re-engage, it does not look like it. Ratman looking to take the vision out of the pit here.
And no kills coming out from that fight.
Jace is level 6. That's going to be huge for East. Edge, Silas is also level 6. That means their ultimates are online. They're big, powerful abilities.
Yeah, those ults, you know, those can confirm those kills really early, especially when, you know, you're fighting one person in your lane. But when it gets to bot lane ults, those are going to be very impactful.
That's what I was just going to talk about. So if you're looking at Torley, Asteroid, and J-Dubs, as well as Xerath and Wolf, you're looking for them all to hit level 6, because that'll be when they have a huge presence in their own lane in the bottom.
The fact that you can have 2 ults at a time in a lane with your team, as Dragon gets taken by Zach.
Waukee just took out dragons while we weren't paying attention. They've been doing that today.
I love when the camera shows minion battles instead of the dragon getting taken.
Yep. The dragons give buffs to the team that takes them. Mountain Dragon's going to give a little bit of armor and magic resistance. And we see Susan getting chunked in the mid lane.
Oh my goodness, that's unfortunate.
So, and once you have 4 dragons online, you get what's called a dragon soul, and it's dependent on what type of dragons you got. J-Dubs, you gonna get out of there? Oh, there's no way.
He was
They're moving a
ignited.
straight line. Oh, you better be kissing Twirly Asteroid's feet, because they caused you to live there.
That's insanity. I've been watching actually all day those range ults that you see, like Caitlyn's ult. Ooh, and fight for the Void Grubs here.
Oh, Zach, are you gonna get out? So Zach split into his little guys, I think, right? Did he die and is he trying to come back, or is he just low health? Does he get smaller when he's low on health? Okay, that's cool. Yeah. Oh, Ratman trying to play good body blocking there, getting shut down, but Zach is gonna live, so Talon getting out of there because of an assist there from Sam, and it looks like East is going to be taking the Void Grubs probably without being contested anymore.
Yeah, and what I've been seeing, like I said, out of the bot lane all day from Waukee is they protect each other very well.
Definitely. Oh, Briar jumping on Susan, or sorry, Edge jumping on Susan once again. We see Xerath and Wolf both have their ults online.
Double gank down mid?
I think it might be.
The Silas is a little too strong.
If they're not able to get this kill,
Early Asteroids Janna is level 6.
Oh, just missing the hook.
Oh my goodness.
Done, but then get
A lot of early game fights coming out. Butter and Susan need to back off.
Zack attack.
Oh, Zack attack. Rooted. Alien getting caught in the crossfire as Susan and Butter get out of there. A lot of fighting in this early game.
Yeah, this is actually the most interesting early game I've seen all day.
Typically early game is boring by comparison because most players are just killing minions in their lanes and there's not a lot of action taking place. We see 5 kills on the board already. Several more team fights that didn't result in any sort of kills, but a lot of action.
Now we're just seeing taking out the ward in jungle here.
Great. Great footage right here.
Doing a little bit of damage. Yeah, usually when you're watching top lane here, this is the one lane where you're never gonna see a fight really break out till later in the game.
It's just intimidation.
Yeah, the only time you see a fight here is if the jungler rotates up, which we saw happen to Ratman earlier.
Yeah, usually all you see is them just poking back and forth at close range and then giving up when they think, oh, well, I might die.
The Janna finally hit level 6 on the Waukee team. So both bot lanes have their ult on. I think everybody on the board is level 6 or higher, so everybody has their ultimate available.
Now, the highest levels right now are the top laners because all they gotta do is farm all the time.
Yep, we do see Edge in the mid lane for Waukee, also level 8. They've had a really good early mid game.
Fight's coming here soon.
Yeah, he was looking for the hook, but didn't have an opportunity to get it. The minions can body block the hook, right?
Yeah.
Although I've seen really good Thresh players like weave the hook through the minions and be like, you're coming with me anyway. You see a team pinging for objective here on the map.
Gonna see a hook. This is gonna, they cleared minion wave here. Thresh is gonna go around.
Scout the scene.
Should have the next dragons coming online in about a minute. Oh, Xerath getting hit by the tornado there, and then it switches away, but Susan getting chunked in the mid lane by Edge.
I'm gonna keep it looking here, so I don't think too much happened on bot lane. Oh, there is a gank from Briar.
Oh, the hook, man.
Yeah.
Trying to go in there.
The CC just avoiding the gank.
Had that hook landed, that would have been an entirely different encounter we just saw there. That would have been huge for East. Oh, now we see Edge rotating down from the mid lane. Is Briar gonna get caught out? They are, and they're gonna get melted.
Dead already.
That level 9 early game Silas is so hard to deal with.
And once he's already a high enough level, he's just gonna keep feeding and feeding off of it. Again, gonna stay with the 2v2 on bot lane. I'll look for a hook soon, I think.
Good old fashioned 2v2 boxing.
Shouting out Edge, Edge is rightly burning.
Ooh, the hook!
Oh, the hook, they pull it off!
Oh, but the tornado stopped him slightly.
Oh, beautiful tornado, but Asteroid...
Wait, the speed boost gets him out of it. The smear ult missing near the end. Gonna need to get out here if he wants to live.
But and Thresh got the kill.
And this is gonna be a little bit...
The forts just killing off the 8.
Yeah, wasn't that what happened in both sides? crazy.
Funny.
Yeah, you typically see the supports go down first and the ADC's still alive, and we saw both of the supports think, nah, I got this.
That's usually the funniest way to watch it. Because once a ADC loses a kill, they start not having as much farm.
The silence.
And that's when you never want your support to get killed. The Booker goes to Zach.
Waukee takes the Void Grubs, Butter getting chunked.
Yeah, couldn't escape there. But
Butter has been, dare I say it,
cooldown.
melted.
dang.
And Zach's traveling through jungle. He's gonna steal from the other jungle. Or not, he's just gonna back right back up.
Probably trying to see if the Briar was nearby. For a possible gank on his mid laner.
I don't think we've seen a Briar ult hit yet today.
Despite how good Edges had as a mid-game there on the Silas, Jace hanging there with him, level 9, getting some, hanging with them in terms of creep score, 85 to 80. Not as many kills, right, or no kills to speak of, but hanging in there, right? And Jace is a character that's going to keep getting more and more powerful the way the game goes on.
Just missing. It's a 4v2 right now in the
Briar.
jungle.
Silas getting caught out, but Briar getting melted by Zach and Silas.
Briar's just preemptively going into the fight without thinking really here.
Waukee not really identifying which target to go after next. They all kind of fanned out. I think they could have gotten another pick there had they target called.
I think it's time for Dragon.
I agree. I think it is
Dragon.
time for Dragon.
And
I believe that is a Chemtech Dragon.
Yeah, I think Chemtech is the green one.
it's probably something else. Or Chem something.
Well, you're right. It's Chemtech. Susan getting chunked in the mid lane again. They're going to escape under the tower. Team's getting on a team fight. Seraph going to go down. Big pick up for Twirly Asteroid.
Oh, Thresh is gonna get chased.
I think Thresh is going to make it out there.
They're going back to
Pretty chill.
Of course, the camera decided we needed to see what was going on with Dr. Mundo for a second.
GM as well. Yep, Chemtech Dragon.
That's 2 Drakes online for Waukee, so the this splash screen's gonna be able to tell you.
Yes,
It's glitching out for me. The Chemtech Drake is not showing. I think the Chemtech Drake is the one that gives you life over time. I think it's 2% life back every 5 seconds. Looks like Ratman is going to take out the top tower, even with Shen on Butters just sitting there ready to defend it, but he's got throwing the briefcases.
Throwing that money around.
Throwing that money. Nothing hurts more than cold hard cash.
seeing the push up on bot tower here. Thresh is gonna look for a hook.
Thresh is going. That's a hook.
There it is.
But CC out from the tornado.
Yeah, but
They might still be able to chunk the Zaya.
there you
Yeah,
go.
they went for the ignite to finish that off as well with the Samir ult.
And it looks like Waukee's trying to position for a take on Rift Herald if they can manage it.
They're gonna need the gank here and take tower.
They're going to have to go for Butter first, take tower, and then rotate down. There it is.
Gone.
Briar's just going to keep walking back saying, nope, not going into a level 11 Silas. They took the tower. Now they should be rotating to the Rift Herald there. We see Zach jumping on it, so Waukee's going to try here. I think they'll be able to take it without any contention. We do see a fight breaking out in the bottom lane here. Ratman continuing to push out top lane so Zach can take out those, take out the Rift Herald.
Mundo's still just pushing on the second tower.
Because Mundo goes where he pleases.
You're gonna see the teleport out from top lane.
Zach's still doing work here on the Heralds. They're not down yet, but any second now.
Missing the skill shot.
Oh, that's going to be rough. Susan on the Jace going to have to back up again. There we go. Waukee getting Rift Heralds. Rift Heralds is giant purple creature that will ram right into a tower, do a ton of damage.
I think
Yeah.
they're gonna want to do down mid this time to clear out the other tower that they need at the start.
Because they're almost. Oh, Briar ult popped off! Oh my gosh, that's a huge play there from East. They're gonna try to take out the Janna next. Janna doesn't have a lot of options. She's gonna try to escape here, using the tower for cover. Silas on edge coming down to support, but that's a 4v2 matchup right now.
A four-man party.
I think East is going to wrap around and commit to this.
I think they're just trying to tank the shots in the tower now.
The threshold is gonna hurt.
That should be a free tower. I mean, they had to earn it. It's not free, but it should be free now.
Yeah, it took 4 people to contest that tower though, and it's gonna leave mid open to Rift Herald, I'm pretty sure.
Alien got to feel pretty good about that Briar ult. We've seen a lot of whiffed Briar ults today, but that one landed and was super clean. So excellent play there from Avery.
I think we're gonna see tower drop on mid. Herald will just drop immediately after that fight was taking place.
They just drop it and not here.
I guess he didn't want to stay on it.
You said it and forget it.
Just drop the Rift Herald off on the daycare and he just went to design.
I just need the jungle. That's my job. I need left.
He's like, yeah, the Rift Herald killed it.
I don't know that the Rift Herald did in fact have it though.
Did do a lot of damage to tower though.
It did. Thresh scanning here, looking for something. Oh, he's gonna get caught out. Nope, rotating out.
And there goes tower.
There it is.
Window helping out with the mid-tower clear.
It looks like they're gonna rotate to bottom lane.
Ooh.
They're gonna get into an engagement here in bottom, and then maybe set up for the next objective that'll be spawning there in the Drake pit.
I can definitely see a pinch happening here.
And this tower's gonna drop as well if they get minions up.
100%. We got Drake's coming online in about 30 seconds, so Waukee's looking to take this fight here or pressure East out of the zone so they can get their third dragons. I gotta say, all day I've been really impressed with the amount of objective focus these high school teams have had, because usually they're just running it down mid, hunting for kills, and they don't even touch dragons. They might touch Baron maybe, but these teams have been very disciplined in going for the objectives to gain advantages for the team.
And we just saw 2 towers drop. It would be bot tower for Waukee taking, and then it would be Iahsea taking mid tower.
I believe it was. Silas rotating up to the top lane here, trying to push this wave out. Mundo hanging out in the bot lane. Like we said, he goes where he pleases. He's kind of waiting in the bush.
And I think he just revealed himself after walking out of the bush.
I think he did. But it looks like Waukee's gonna go for Drake anyway. You see 2 of them down there getting ready for the fight. Silas getting caught out by Susan. Zach's there.
Oh, hitting the Baron.
Oh no. I don't think he wanted the Baron fight there.
Nope, and that is unfortunate. Gonna take a lot of damage from the Baron.
So, yep, Silas is going to go back to base, but these 3 Waukee players are going to try to take Drake anyway. I don't think they're going to get contested because both the bot laners for East are teleporting back. We do see Jason Briar coming through mid, but I think they're going to get Drakes before that happens. No steal is going to come in. Third Drake for Waukee there. And, oh, actually, that's the health one. So, I don't know. Chemtech is not glitched out for me. I don't know what it does.
I don't know what it is. It'd be funny if it just did nothing.
I wonder, Chemtech reminds me of like poison. Maybe it's some sort of damage over time effect.
Tenacity and defense.
I don't know what tenacity means.
I think it's like the it reduces slowdown effects.
Oh, you're right. Yeah, it's the movement speed one.
We'll look for the recall, but I think it's time to take the Baron.
Yep. Waukee's been doing a very good job of trying to take Baron shortly after it spawns in. East is looking to go down the mid lane, engage in this fight with Waukee. If East wins this fight, that'll give them free Baron, which would be huge. Thresh taking a lot of damage, which is okay. Somebody's going to be absorbing all those AoEs. It's going to be your support player.
Thank you, Thresh.
Zach just jumping on Susan.
Oh my god.
Oh, Zach is bad.
Coming from downtown.
What in the world?
He's just chasing.
For the kill!
Oh my god.
That was like the thirsty hunting down the one. I haven't seen a lot of that today, but I think in that case it's gonna work out fine.
Oh down. Oh yeah.
Butter, can you escape? Can you slip through? No.
I think that's gonna be it for this tower once the minions pushed up. Yeah, I don't know why they don't. Oh, they're just gonna go straight for Baron.
They should. There's no reason not to. They got a couple picks. Everybody on the East team is back in base or coming back from base. So they're gonna go for Baron. They're gonna have to go fast. You see Ratman hanging up there on Mundo, kind of waiting to cut off the rotate and alert his team that they're coming, which he's gonna do right now. If Mundo can buy enough time, though, they're gonna get the Baron. We may see East try to come in and steal it. I did see Briar steal a Drake earlier today. The same Briar, Alien.
Briar's standing up there waiting.
Probably planning on using their this on in there.
Watch Alien. Alien's getting ready. Alien's getting ready. They didn't steal it. Waukee took it.
It's weird. But now, Baron gives that teleport buff. You can go back to spawn pretty quickly, but I think they all just want to go for objectives.
Nope, they're gonna go to bushes.
Gonna go to bush, go back, buy an item or two.
Baron also gives a bunch of gold when you kill him, doesn't he?
I think so, yeah.
Reducing cooldown. Gold. Hold on.
All right, here. So we've seen this setup time and time again today from lots of teams. I've seen Waukee do it. I've seen East do it. I've seen lots of the other teams today do it. They go for their Drakes, go for Baron. Once they get Baron, they try to push to end the game.
Yeah, Baron's very exciting here. It could, but there are a bunch of tier 2 turrets still left.
It's true.
So
It's true.
There's gonna be really hard without a definitive team fight.
A lot of the times, by the time you see the Baron get captured, most of those tier 2 towers are gone, but they're gonna have to punch through those first, and we see Mundo trying to do exactly that here.
Ooh, and the chase coming in for backup.
Oh, Mundo, you got backup. I love that swagger in this skin, just the way he walks.
Mundo's just speed walking here, like he's going on a nice trip on the wall.
He's gonna do a lot of damage on the Shen, force him to back up. Silas is here to give him some help.
Briar ult.
East! Oh, it lands!
On the Silas?
On the...
Silas is doing amazing with him. But there is a trade there. Silas did die for that.
Yeah, and taking out Silas is big.
And real low, Jesus. We're gonna keep the Mundo off of him.
Yep, Shen is gonna live, but he did get forced out of lane. So we see Jace up there in the top lane, also backing. What's Waukee gonna do next? Ooh.
Yeah, that tower's on. Pick up with that.
Yep, that was the answer. They were looking to do that. Mundo's gonna go back to base. Mundo purchases Thorn Mail, which means when you attack him, you also take damage.
Oh yes, the wall has fallen.
Indeed it does.
The walking wall. It's terrifying.
It really, really does.
With bunkers on it.
East alerting their team that the Ocean Drake is up, so East going to look to take their first Drake, but I think Waukee knows. They're setting up for a big leap here.
Yeah,
and Mundo coming around the corner.
19 fight happening here.
Alien goes down. Butter goes down. Susan goes down. Zareth goes down. That's a full team wipe. Waukee didn't lose anybody. This could be game if they capitalize on this ace properly. They have to push up the mid lane right now. They should at the very least get super minions. They should be able to take this tier 3 tower and the inhibitors, giving their little minions that follow up in lane with them a big bonus.
They get a new
The super minion. It's true. Man, I wish they looked like that when they rolled up the lane. I wish they talked like that too. Banana. That's probably the best.
Didn't they get a new one? Isn't there like a new minions? Or that was a while ago?
There's always a new one.
Where Gru actually has a
What?
pretty sure.
I didn't know about that one. Alright.
The attack on the Mundo. Mundo's wanting to fight back.
And he's
Going,
so chunky.
He took off his suit. He's going all out here.
He means business.
Yeah, the suit's off. He's all business. No longer business, personal.
See Zach up there, Talon ready to jump. Are they gonna jump on them while they try to channel back, or let them go back? They're gonna let them go
They
back.
want to get the tower probably, so they're just gonna leave them. None of them are high enough range here.
Definitely, they're going for this minion wave to push up. That should be another tower for Waukee.
Never realized how strong Mundo is because he has so much regeneration.
He does, right? Not only is he tanky, but a ton of HP regeneration. And again, now every time you whack him, you're taking damage yourself. That Mundo is basically fully online.
It was really just.
I didn't see this. Waukee got their 4th Drake, meaning they also have the Drake buff. I think they're going to get the Ocean buff. And I don't remember what exactly that does.
Maybe we can see the Elder Dragon. We have not seen, or I have at least not seen the Elder Dragon in a while.
They got the Ocean Drake buff, which I think is going to give them better survivability and some more healing over time, but I don't know off the top of my head.
You gotta repeat. Be the last. They're waiting. Possibly. Oh, they're waiting for Baron.
Yeah, Baron's going to be back up again in about 10 seconds, giving East another opportunity to take it. You can also see Waukee getting ready to take it. So we're going to have another big team fight break out right over the Baron pit as the Baron spawns in.
Immediately throwing hands to Baron.
You see East getting ready. They're looking over the wall. Fresh getting pinged immediately.
Mundo acting as the bodyguard handling the lane.
Those briefcases hurt, man.
Oh my.
And I think Waukee's gonna get this Baron no problem. We're gonna see at least one member of Waukee teleport back. East immediately rotating back to base. They know this push is coming in. Waukee's gonna look to end the game right here.
Yeah, they're going all mid. Most, except the Silas. Silas big one to hit one. Oh, this dude's getting caught off guard.
Asteroid on a killing spree here. Briar going down. Susan going down. Butter going down. Wolf is going to go down. That's another full ace for Waukee. Game's gotta end here. There's 30 seconds before any of them are back online. That's more than enough time to take out these last 2 towers. This is gonna be game 1 going in favor of Waukee.
The Silas really did.
That Silas did a lot of work. Once the game ends, we'll look at the scoreboard here. What were you gonna say, Jahir?
I was gonna say, because like once at level 6, he just started
Oh yeah.
throwing haymakers.
Yeah, Silas came online at level 6 and then never slowed down. So let's take a look at this scoreboard here. Overall, the highest damage in the game, pretty even. Sam Gravy Ratman with 21k damage on the Dr. Mundo being the highest damage on his team by just a little bit. Silas also having 21,000 damage again. Edge was again, let me cut our rosters here. That was Riley. If we look down here at the East team, the highest damage was Susan Jace, which is actually Thomas. And so we see just a lot of damage coming out there. A gold diff of about 14k, which is huge. And a kill difference of, what's that, 16-ish? 23 to 7. So these teams are going to go through picks and bans once again, and then we will go into game 2. Remember, this is a best of 3 set, so the first team to win 2 will claim the 3rd place victory here. As we get ready for that next game, we're going to throw it to a couple of our advertisements, and then we will be back to talk strategy for game 2 in just a second. Before we do that, I'm going to get the lobby loaded up so that they can start to filter back in when they are ready to do so. You guys do the honor of doing Iahsea 3rd place in the chat there for me. All right, there we go. Lobby's back open. We're gonna invite those players. Baguette. Susan. I just love saying that, Susan. And then actually, we'll wait for one of them to pop in, and then we'll hop on spectate so they can get their team sorted out.
They might be standing up right now.
Yeah,
Walking
so
around.
we'll go ahead and do a video here real quick as they kind of stretch and reorient themselves for game 2, and we'll see you guys in just a minute.
While you're in town, take some time to visit some of our local shops and restaurants. Our downtown district has a lot to offer. If you have any questions about how to contact these businesses or want to know their hours, you can go to the Chamber of Commerce table in the front lobby. I hope you enjoy your time in Marshtown. Have a good day.
All right, so both teams are still taking a little bit of a stretch break. Nobody's hopped back in the lobby yet, so we're going to let these ad cards scroll by for just a moment here. Next one we see coming up here is, hey, look at that, good old MCC. I promise that was not planned. MCC does have some summer day camps coming up for esports on August 1st and 2nd. Going to be for Mario Kart, Smash, Overwatch, Siege, and Valorant. If you go to MCC Athletics, you will see the splash page that has the registration for the camp. Of course, the Marshalltown Chamber of Commerce, huge in bringing the businesses together, this location together, and making the esports championship take place here in Marshalltown. Minuteman Printing, as we shouted out before, Minuteman is responsible for all the signage down here, as well as the championship banners we have at MCC. Truman State has been here all week. They run Super Smash Brothers, Rocket League, and today's game, League of Legends. You can learn more by following the links there on the page. League OS has a college portal for recruitment, and they also run a lot of matches, match support. We use them in our NJC AAE matches. Briarcliff has been here today as well. Coach Jack did some casting with us earlier today. They play Overwatch, Val, League of Legends, and Rocket League. You can scan that QR code for more information. BV, beautiful Storm Lake, also here today. Coach Albie doing some casts. Director Trevor was also here today. They've been here all week. And I think that's it for our little reads here. So let's see if this lobby is starting to fill yet. Nope. Nope, it's not. They're really taking a break here. And I get it, right? It's been a long day for these teams. These tournaments are always a test of endurance, a test of stamina. And I mean, it's just sometimes you just need 5 minutes, right? I mean, you guys have been in that spot. We've been in that spot in MCC
Need a
before.
5-minute water break.
That's right.
Had 3 game days times and need breaks.
Yeah, absolutely. It's just part of that mental reset. You know, esports doesn't have a lot of the physical components of traditional sports, obviously, but all of the mental components of traditional sports. Maintaining good mental state, being able to problem solve and look ahead, being able to shake off a loss and go into game 2. It's all part of the process, and the teams that usually do the best at the state tournament are the ones that can play under that kind of pressure. And you also just see teams that just thrive off of the energy of in-person events. On Monday, for example, with Mario Kart, one team that always shows up and shows out during Mario Kart Day is South Tama County. They always have a great time there, and they did again on Monday. They had a very difficult first matchup and came through. East, who are watching, East always shows up and shows out no matter what game they're playing, being loud and proud for their players and their teammates. And so we see a lot of that, and it's important. Let's see, guys. It looks like Waukee is going to be playing as red team this time. Wait a minute. Nope. They're kind of mixed right now. We'll see.
Yeah, I think they might be thinking about which one they're going to.
Yeah.
It's looking like Waukee is going to be on blue again.
Yeah. It does look like Waukee blue, East red. Do you guys think we're going to see any bans that were responses to game one? I think I've seen that all day today.
Silas.
Yeah, I was gonna say Silas is definitely.
Yeah, no shot that Silas stays in the game for Waukee.
Yeah, I can see Silas getting banned and maybe staying or not being put in. Probably favoring Orn over him.
Sure, yeah. One of the things we've seen from Ratman is he's got a lot of versatility up in that top lane. I've seen him play Gnar, which is a fun character I'd never seen before. Just saw him on the Mundo. He's played Kled up there. He's played like 4 or 5 different champs today up there. So a lot of different characters from them. The East roster being a little bit more settled, but I have seen matches where East gets almost entirely banned out and then switches their roster and does a really good job of adapting.
It's just hard for me to wrap my head around the fact that you could just have your main banned in a game.
I know, right? Like, that feels bad, especially when you're, like, first learning the game, Because like, you guys go into comped League of Legends matches, and if somebody's using, like, Porofessor or something, they're like, oh, this guy just plays Thresh all the time. I don't know why they ban out the Thresh, but boom, you never get to play him.
I mean, my character... So on my Porofessor, it says, whenever I click, it says, like, veteran Lux player or something.
Oh, so they always ban out your Lux, if anything?
Yeah, and then me and Jahir lose.
I mean, there was that one game where they picked Lux before you.
And that's difficult, right? Because there's so much, even though the League of Legends map is always the same, there are so many things to learn that we won't go over here. But one of the things that makes the learning curve easier is when you play the same character every game, because then at the very least, once you get a mastery of that character, you don't have to learn how to play Lux. You don't have to learn how to play Mundo. You're just playing that lane and learning everything else. Then all of a sudden somebody bans out your main character and you have to totally relearn from the beginning. That can be rough. So eventually good league players, and we see this with both of these teams, they need to be 2, 3, maybe sometimes 4 champions deep. But it takes a long time to get comfortable with that many characters.
I personally find it easy because I like playing a lot of different characters. I like trying out every character that I find interesting.
My favorite thing about Porofessor itself is when you pull it up, it actually tells you the use order of your abilities if you've never played the character before.
Definitely, right? So what we mean by that is every character has 4 abilities, and when it says use order, it says, well, first you should use this ability, and then you should follow it up by trying to hit them with this. And it basically gives you like a combo that you should use for that character in like the default order.
And usually it takes a few games before you get that built into your head, like what order. Because usually you're just thinking, well, I have these 4 abilities, which one do I throw out first? But when the game tells you, it's very helpful.
I mean, you could also just read what the ability does and use it when the situation demands
You can,
it.
but like, look, man, the game pace goes fast. I have trouble reading all that text all the time, right? League players can't read. Come on. Like, so we just need to have the game tell us press Q, right? Press the circle with the tail.
Here's the combo.
Another thing that Porofessor does is it builds the character for you, so you don't actually have to learn how to play the game in that aspect.
And in that aspect, you could argue that it's a crutch, right? When the game says, hey, you need to pick this ability first, and you should buy this item first, and then you should do this. I think early on it's good because then you don't have to focus on items and you don't have to focus on ability order when you're trying to learn the very basic fundamentals. You eventually need to wean yourself off of that. You've heard casters talking about it all day. You have default items that you want your character to have. Like, for example, Dr. Mundo's Thornmail last game where they take damage when he gets hit. But then when you get at a higher level, and we've seen these teams do it, they want to say, oh, that character does a really good job of doing X, Y, or Z, so I'm going to get this different item instead. And so you have to get to the point eventually where you can adapt and pick different items to counter what the opponents are doing.
Yeah, I love it when I'm playing like top lane, like in the first time in forever, and then being told, pick this like specific piece of armor that makes it so that the enemies, when they hit you, they just get less regen. That's what you need.
Something I've noticed a lot when I play Thresh is Professor tells you to buy things that only help your bot player with you, and not usually helping yourself, and it makes me sad. But then Jaheir can pop off.
Pop off. Occasionally.
I've been on to pop off once or twice.
One time we just got an ace because they kept teleporting into us.
Now, if you ever take Jaheir's kill though as a support, he will get angry.
I get angry because it's the third time in the same game.
Look, one of the things that is a really good fundamental that you guys can all follow is that the support character generally doesn't want to get kills, because if you get kills, you get extra XP and extra money, and you want your other bot lane partner. We've been calling it an ADC. You can call it a carry. You can call it whatever you want. You want that player to get all the items and all the money and all the good stuff. Your support job comes in more in your abilities that you can use to heal, or to stop the enemy in their tracks, or to put up shields, or whatever it is to slow down or mitigate what's happening.
Just like the name support entails.
Exactly.
They're not healers, they're supports.
Yep. Support characters even get items when they start that allows them to basically take last hits and give them to their carry instead.
That's actually a funny point that you made here. Say they're called supports, not healers. Well, when you say that in Overwatch, that means you want the supports to get kills. Usually.
Yeah, right. That is the difference, isn't it? The Waukee letting us know they're ready. But yeah, you hear that a lot in games that have a support role, Overwatch being another one. But yeah, here you almost never want a support to get a kill in League. I'm sure there's some character that's an exception to that rule. But in Overwatch, it's like, yeah, I want the Kiri to get some Q&I kills. I want so-and-so to... I want Bap to get some kills. Whatever it is. Moira.
Lux can pop off because it's just giant laser.
Yeah, I know for a long time, and I don't know if this is still the case, sometimes Lux, which is usually played as support, used to be played as a mid laner.
I mean, still played as a mid laner.
Okay.
But I hate mid lane. So I'd rather just play with Jaheir in the bot lane and steal his kill.
When I was dabbling with League of Legends in the fall, I normally played mid because I felt like for a solo queue, hopping in by myself, that was the easiest one to kind of go into. I don't know.
Never played.
Never played jungle, yeah.
Jungle is evil.
I played a couple jungle games.
You're gonna get bullied because you don't know what you're doing.
I just,
rotations.
It's the speed at which you're supposed to play the game in that lane or in that phase.
Alright, let's go. So we're gonna see Waukee get the first ban.
They should have them all planned out here, already written down.
Yeah, this should go pretty fast.
Is that fear I
We're gonna
see?
ban out the Katarina again.
Same ban. Let's see if we're gonna see the Zyra.
Yep.
And next here.
Fear is the first of
And
many
again,
foes.
so the bans are all coming out the same as last time so far.
Well,
Oh, they banned out Zac!
I don't think they liked him. He was
Zac
jumping.
attack.
As you wish.
And then Tryndamere. Interesting though, I mean, Waukee has a lot of really powerful players. Zac definitely being Zac being one of them, but surprised they banned that character out.
Maybe they're thinking that the Silas isn't gonna pick in the first. Be picked in the first three, or they're planning on picking Silas.
It's possible, you kind of get. There's the Ornn you were talking about.
Yep.
They lock in Shen again.
Yeah, the Ornn wasn't banned this time, so it's going through.
Kane, Jax. They banned Jax last time, so now they've got Jax instead of Zac.
Seems like they're targeting the jungle there.
Ari, I think Ari was.
Is that a sub? I don't think Ana played in the last game, did they?
Ooh, I think it is a different player.
It might be Anna. Sorry if it's. I have a 5-year-old and 2-year-old who watch Frozen all
Not
the
a
time. I'm sorry if it's Anna, not Ana.
Never look back.
And Misfortune. That is a character that I saw played from Waukee.
Fine, I'll just be over here.
Zaya.
Sharpening my feathers.
Targeting.
Yeah, this is definitely targeted.
2 ADCs.
Yeah, so it looks like East's
To the
strategy
brine
here is to
deep.
ban out the bot lane.
Yep, and I saw the Fizz earlier out of East High.
Okay. I didn't get to see the Fizz. I wish I could have.
And I
Smolder.
also saw the Smolder earlier.
Ooh, I'm excited to see the Smolder. Kog'Maw, I love Kog'Maw. Lux, yes! This isn't the third time I've seen Lux. Have you seen Lux today?
Second time.
Okay. Sorry. So, Carter giving huge shout outs to J-Dubs there for locking in his Lux. J-Dubs, of course, being, let me grab the roster here. Jackson, and then brought Anna swapping in, that's Anna Moore.
Oh, Lux gets countered by Thresh.
Oh,
This
man.
is not fun. Or at least I think so. Whenever I play Lux, I get countered by Thresh.
Now, did they lock in the correct lane order again? I think so. Top,
Yep,
jungle,
Kog'Maw,
mid,
good.
bot,
I know.
support. Yeah,
Or
they did.
top. Yep, it's good.
Cog.
Be fun because I've seen the Smolder earlier. Not too much out of the Smolder though, and didn't see the Jax yet out of Baguette.
I got to see the Jax Baguette play a little bit earlier, so.
I think I wasn't able to see it because when they were playing against Washington was using Jax the whole game.
Yeah, and I don't know if we said this at the top, but you can kind of get like an extra ban if you pick a character you know the other team wants. Because unlike a lot of other video games that will let both teams pick the same character, League doesn't let you do that. So once Waukee takes Jax, for example, East can't have Jax. In the last match that I casted, we saw that happen where Green County got rolled by an Ahri in game 1 and then chose Ahri in game 2 so that Waukee couldn't have them.
That's actually hilarious because I saw Waukee playing and they stole Caitlyn from Washington earlier after they got rolled by the Caitlyn.
Exactly. So it is a legitimate strategy that you'll see that essentially gives your team an extra ban. But you got to be careful with that because if you're going to take that character from them, you better know how to actually play that character as well.
Yeah, it's gonna.
Oh, I'll learn. Just
I'll learn on the fly.
Yeah,
Bring up
I'll
Poro
learn.
faster. Tell me my order.
with a combo.
That's right.
Since show me the combo.
Yeah. Siri. Oh man, if people are listening at home, I just activated Siri. Whoops. As you had to check your phone.
Yep.
We've got 2 minutes left before we get in here, so we'll go ahead and read these rosters one more time, especially because it looks like we did see some substitutions. So the Waukee roster, who's going to be the blue team, Talon Shaw is playing the jungler, that's Death by Baguette. Sam Gravy is Ratman, playing the top laner. Jackson White is J-Dubs, they're playing the Lux support. Jeremy Carpenter is Twirly Asteroid, they're playing the ADC, the carry, the bot lane, whatever you want to call it, that's Kog'Maw. Anna Moore is playing as Bra Anna, and they are playing as the mid laner. And then Riley Vernon was playing as Silas. They were Edge in the last game, and they have been the one to sub out. On the East team, I think we've pretty much seen the same roster from them all day. I think they've got 6 players, but we've been seeing 5.
I think one thing before you go straight into that.
Yeah.
I think the roster swap might have been, what if Silas got banned? What if we just swap players?
Sure. Then they have to question what's going to happen there. That's
Yeah.
huge. And Ahri is a fantastic mid laner. I don't know how Ahri plays into Cassio, but we can talk about that in just a second. This East High roster, you have Neldon Bracco, who is Xerath. You have Jasper the Wolf on Wolf. You have Avery Element on Alien. We saw them have a huge Briar ult last game, so maybe we won't be seeing that this time because they're playing Kane, it looks like. Javion Burt is Sleepy Ring. Damian Davidson is Butter. And Thomas Mokel is Susan.
Now, getting straight into loading screen here. One thing that me and Albie were talking about earlier is skins that you can see on this screen.
Oh yeah. In the game I casted before, we saw Sivir, and they had the pizza skin.
Oh.
Yeah, and I was looking for them to get a kill with the pizza queue all game, and it didn't happen. But the skins in League of Legends are so good.
I've seen Choo Choo Orange skin all day.
And we're gonna see him again.
Earlier, Thresh from... Oh, it might have been a different Thresh, but I was seeing the High Noon Thresh skin, which kind of makes him look like Ghost Rider.
Oh, that's cool.
That skin is awesome. And then I saw a pretty cool Lux skin that made her look like a fairy earlier.
Awesome. I'm trying to see some other cool ones that I saw. I saw another cool one from Ratman earlier when he was playing on Gnar. I don't know what it was. Seen any other silly ones today?
I don't remember. There were some funny ones that I saw earlier, but not remembering off the top of my head.
And one of the things that's interesting, right? For most of the games played in the high school association, the rule book state that skins have to be off by default. And it's only because it's an accessibility thing. If you're a newer team or a newer player, it can be really hard to identify your opponent if they're playing on a different skin. That is absolutely not the case in League of Legends. I think all of the League players would be really upset if you told them that they couldn't play with their skins on.
I couldn't use the skin that I spent $100 on.
Same thing with Overwatch, I think.
Yeah, exactly. Overwatch is another game that's like that, right? Some of them you earned, some of them you bought, some of them came through battle passes, but the skins is how you express yourself in the game.
I've actually been in some Overwatch scrims where our opponents are like, "Why are the skins off? This is making me angry," and I'm like, "The code came that way."
Yeah, the scrimmage code came in.
Pretty bad
Uh-oh.
with that. Oh,
Our
no.
spectator client crashed. Are we going to be able to get back in?
I think so. Yeah, should be able to work here.
This used to happen every single time in League for a while, and they patched it, so we should be able to just pop right back in, and it should be a non-issue, but just bear with us for a second. We definitely want you guys to be able to see this third place game.
This is Andrew's favorite game.
Indeed
Crashing
it
on
is.
spectate.
The only way to play League is to not engage with the game.
It's
The
giving
best way
us
to
the
play it.
loading bar here.
Yeah, we got that blue. I don't know if you guys can see it on the stream, but we got the blue wheel spinning here as the game loads back up. We should be fine here in just a second. Fingers crossed.
I don't know. This is
If it's not, I may have to run down there real quick. Oh, there we go. Okay,
Ooh.
we should be okay. We, at the very most, would maybe miss them going to their lanes, but that's not really a big deal. Hopefully, though, when we load back in 100%, it just goes. I haven't ever seen it crash twice, but never know.
yeah. It's still on 0% though.
Yeah, that's a little worrisome. I think we'll be okay, though. Last year at the Meet Your Destiny tournament, this happened every single time. There we go. All right, let's get our stuff set up here. We want the scoreboard, time controls off, objective timers on, chat on. We'll get the fog of war off so you guys can all see it, hide that stuff. Those are all good to go. And we didn't even miss anything. We're only 15 seconds into the game.
I think it might have started us from the.
Oh, you're
If
right,
you
right.
pull
We're
up
on a
the-
delay.
If you pull up on the timeline, we might be able to go to current.
Welcome to Summoner's Rift.
This way?
Yep, time control. Oh no, I guess
No.
it.
Part recording pause, speed up. Yeah, we are current, right?
Oh, that's weird.
30 seconds
I wonder
until
if
minions
we just happen to
spawn.
load back in right as the delay was finishing up. I don't know. Either way, it doesn't look like we're actually behind at all, which is nice.
Perfect.
Time control. Bye.
Alright, and I think we're gonna see. I don't think this is gonna be an invade this time. There's only 3 on bot here. I think they're just waiting to see if an invade is gonna happen to either side.
Yeah, we are seeing the same players on East that we've seen all day. No subs on their side here.
Minions have spawned.
Minions spawning. That means also that in about 10 or 20 seconds, jungle creatures are gonna spawn.
What
as
does
well.
it mean?
Yep, and so you'll see at that point these guys rotating, going to help, doing whatever it is they're gonna do. Susan and Baguette meeting in the jungle there. Not a lot happening, just kind of looking at each other. Didn't realize Cassiopeia was like a snake lady. Xerath. Xerath and Wolf give him some support for Alien so they can take that jungle creep. Now they're going to go to their bot lane. They're going to catch J-Dubs on the Lux support for just a second. Kane with that scythe there. Love to see it. This Lux Kog'Maw bot lane could be really annoying, but so could the Thrush. Smolder, there's a hook! A level 1 hook!
Not gonna be able to do much off of it.
No, but it is fun.
Fun to have a hook.
It'd be hard to poke out with the hook, but oh my goodness. Lux having a bit more range than Thresh being able to do poke damage. opposed to Thresh just only being able to hook them.
We see the charm there. When you get charmed, it basically forces you to walk towards the person that charmed you. That choo-choo Ornn, I love it.
Showing us the top lane, nothing really happening.
The early game top lane. Now, one of the cool things about those fun skins, and I'm sure choo-choo Ornn is that way, a lot of times they have special sound effects or voice lines that change depending on how they look.
Oh, like things.
Oh, another hook! And pulling them into tower, they use their flash to get out there so they don't die. That was almost a big pick there on the Kog'Maw. Great play by Waukee teleporting back out after they got pulled.
Then, as well, mid lane, I think, still poking. Mid lane usually being a little bit more range. That's why you'll see Lux as a mid laner as well, because Lux has a lot of range.
Her ultimate kind of giant laser.
That's a giant snipe.
Giant laser with like 80-second cooldown for 60.
It starts 60, I think, goes down to like... It's crazy.
So yeah, that's why she played mid. That laser.
And just still going for the CS one. I think pretty close. But mid CS is actually separating here. Seeing East High getting more CS.
And that's going to be good for them, right? You know, if they can hold that mid lane down, they're 5 creep score ahead of Waukee. That could create an opportunity for them.
But it turns out Ornn has the biggest difference.
23-9. His creep score is fantastic in the top lane.
He's just creating so much space for himself.
Oh, another hook! Is that going to be it? He doesn't have a flash anymore. He got the Lux to back him up a little bit. They didn't pull him far enough in. Kog'Maw got to be pretty nervous right now.
Lux just hitting level 3, being able to have the ability to shield. To range. Oh, hitting the root! 1 health, I think.
Shen going in on the Ornn here. I don't think he's going to be able to finish him off, but at least getting a little bit of health chipped away.
Yeah, the real issue here is all the minions just now targeting him.
Yeah.
The health bar is draining fast.
Yeah, Butter really needs to wait for the minions to come back on his side. You can see them creeping up on the mini map there.
Gonna be dangerous for Thresh on bot as well. The Smolder had the recall from being on 1 health.
Got a couple close calls, but no first blood yet. Butter, you're real low. You got your tower to back you up, but Ornn just gets a little bit greedy here, and you're done for. Like that!
Ooh. He's not even gonna take that much damage from tower.
No, that was absolutely worth the trade. Even if he has to back, which I don't think he needs to, that was totally worth it. Thresh looking for another hook. He is so deep. He is so out of position, though. Oh, he gets the hook, though! Are they gonna get the trade?
Oh, that's yeah.
Kog'Maw finally goes down. Xerath getting the kill. Lux has to back out. We've seen some really beautiful hooks all day there from Wolf.
The charm. Close.
Susan still maintaining a CS advantage in the mid lane. The junglers are pretty even right now, as are the bot laners.
Seeing that Ornn has his ult ready 7 times. I think he's ready to use it here.
And we saw Jax solo the Void Grubs there. Again, we didn't even see happening. You know, that's one of the things that Death by Baguette, that Talon's been doing really well, is taking those objectives in pit stealthily.
Or are we gonna see a stun? Lux getting stuck, I think, on auto on a minion.
Unfortunate. I think they were definitely setting up for a stun there.
And this is looking like... Sides. I think it's time for Dragon soon. Yeah. Or not. I mean, really want to go for those objectives as early as possible. You can start the cycle of just all the dragons.
Definitely. I asked Andrew last match, because I'm not familiar with the Void Grubs, and he was talking about how they basically just kind of swarm and help chunk down the towers. It's a really powerful early game.
CS difference on top lane is getting bigger. Ooh,
Love seeing those hooks.
not able to get too much out of it here, just a little poke. And that's gonna heal up just a little bit. And it hit the minion!
Kog'Maw gonna go down again! Can he get out? No, he cannot.
Top lane's getting a little hard to defend here for Waukee.
What was the thing that Kog'Maw did when he died? It looked like he had a ghost that was running around.
I think Kog'Maw.
Feels like a good thing. I think it's a passive.
So I think how Albie described it to me is he comes back to life, I guess, and just runs to somebody and explodes.
Okay, so it's like a kind of like Junkrat dying in exploding.
Yeah.
Okay.
But not as exciting as some of the other ones that I've seen. Like, who has the comeback mechanic?
Oh, Scion?
Yeah.
When he dies and he gets a second
Scion.
life? Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, second life range.
Not as cool as his, but still cool.
Yeah, we didn't really get to see it, but Zach, the kind of green boot guy, also has that where when he dies, it splits into 4 smaller ones, and if they get to recombine, then he comes back to life.
I see a bit of damage going out on top, you know. Keeping about a 20 CS difference.
And Jack's just stealthily taking out another objective, getting the first Drakes, getting the Chemtech Drake. You could say that was smooth as butter.
These jokes.
I've been trickling them out, but I got a bunch stored up.
Looks like mid lane is gonna stay just a back and forth. I think what we've seen the whole time through top and mid lane is just nothing much, just a back and forth farming. But Ari getting out farmed here, but Lauren is doing the out farming on top lane, so they're kind of trading those lanes there.
Yeah, that gap in the mid lane is significant though. 83 to 68. That is a gap of nearly 20.
Push up at some point. I think Butler's definitely
Oh, Butter's out of position, but Alien coming in to help assist. That's gonna make sure that Ratman has to back. Oh, that was looking real dicey there for Shen for a second. Oh man! That train was off the rails.
Oh, I'm missing the hook.
You hate to see it.
Oh, the charm. Yeah, like trade off. Yeah, trade.
And just backing up here. We haven't seen as many fights as we did earlier in the previous game.
No, and this early game starting off very even, 2 kills to 1, about 15,000 gold each. We do see Waukee with 2 objectives. They got Drake and the Grubs to East 0.
Ooh, the double!
Oh, dude!
Oh,
They're gonna have to back up here.
Oh, and Zerev's on 1. Yeah.
Crash is trying to get a hook, I think, into power.
Yeah.
Not being able to do it.
One of the things, again, we've talked about it a lot today, you know, yeah, you hate to see it when the kill almost happens and doesn't, but there's so much value out of forcing those players to teleport back to base, heal up, run back. The amount of time they lose, the last hit gold opportunities they lose is almost as valuable, or sometimes even more valuable than straight up getting the kill.
CS is staying. Ooh, are they going for a full gank top?
They are. Waukee's looking to rotate top lane to gank, and then they're going to go straight for the Rift Herald, which just spawned in.
And then, are they already starting on Rift Herald?
It looks like Jax is starting to solo Rift Herald. Ari looking to kind of keep Cassiopeia's attention in the mid lane.
Oh no, that was just a more void grubs.
Oh, those were grubs. Okay. All
grubbing.
right. I think Rift Herald's what, 15 minutes? Yeah, 15 minutes.
Well, I think it's however long it takes until all the void grubs are gone.
Oh, okay. Yeah, you can see the timer now. It's 2 minutes
Yep.
from now. It'll be 14 minutes when Rift Herald comes in.
And void grubs coming in multiple waves, so both teams can get the void grubs.
I love that Orange Choo-Choo skin has a wrench as a weapon.
Yeah. Ooh!
Another
Oh,
one.
catching both of them.
Still chasing down the Thresh. I don't think the Thresh is the first target here.
I was thinking the same thing. You want to go after the Smolder.
And still staying slow on top lane. Did we just see a flash through the wall?
Yeah, he used flash.
And look at this gap that's developing in mid lane. That's a 30 CS score difference between East and Waukee. You gotta watch that Cassiopeia.
Oh my goodness.
But instead the game just wants us to keep watching Ornn and Shen up there in the top lane.
Oh, missing the hook. Still targeting the Thresh. They need to go for the Smolder.
Just getting
Because if they keep going for the Thresh, who's a little bit more tanky, the Smolder is going to go for more damage. And it's at a point where if they start targeting the Thresh, he can just walk up, ult, and trap them in his ult. Oh, they're going to go around looking. Oh, I think Thresh is done.
Oh no.
So it did finally pay off going through the Thresh first.
Getting the charm off there, but Susan doing great in the mid lane there. And that 30 CS difference is about the equivalent of 3 kills there, right? Because I think it's 10 CS for a kill about.
And Herald and Dragon are up now. You're gonna have to go for one or the other.
Yeah, it looks like Waukee is centering around that bot part around the dragons there.
I think they're gonna have a few people go for Dragon and maybe Ahri staying to protect Baron, possibly.
Yeah, it looks like you have Ornn staying top and Ahri staying mid to kind of keep those distractions going out. I think Waukee's going to get the dragon with basically no issue there. There it is.
And they're gonna have to rotate quick to Herald.
It looks like they're rotating back into their lanes.
Looks like Kane's in there.
Yeah, I think Herald's gonna get taken.
I don't think Waukee has any clue that they're taking, that East is taking Herald. There's 2 taking Herald right now. Kane and
Ornn must be questioning
Shen.
who they are.
Yep. Oh, there they are. So that's huge for East. Taking Rift Herald's going to give them a lot of lane pressure.
And I think they're looking to throw it on top lane.
Now Ornn rotating, trying to catch them out. Hanky, you got Zach coming in. You got the Sam Talon combo.
They're targeting different people.
Yeah, they need a target call. Get the Shen. Blow up the Shen. Let's go. Blow him up.
He's gonna live that.
Yep. Again, they just need to have a little. Oh, maybe not.
Ahri! Missing every shot!
I respect the play so much. They just missed it by a fraction. They are still going to take this top tower.
So close. He got
But that's
Mr.
gonna
President by the minion.
That's gonna force out the tower.
Tower may be gone. They didn't get the kill because of minion.
Yeah, tower may be gone, but not getting the kill still.
They're finally targeting the Xerath here. We're going to see the stun come out.
Nope, he's going for Thresh again.
Thresh is right there. I don't know what you're talking about.
Look, I get it. Nobody likes the Thresh hooks, but that doesn't mean Thresh is your primary target.
He can't do damage. That's
No.
the best part, because then you can hurt him second.
He doesn't do damage, then why don't I just get him?
I love that. He got caught out. I mean, he's tanky, but he's going to have to run.
Getting pulled back in. And he's gonna get out. They both turned away from each other. Is that a gank that they're looking for here?
Ooh, the Kane already...
Going too soon, the gank isn't gonna work.
You see, if you look at the creep scores, other than the mid lane difference, it's pretty much dead even for these teams. Gold dead even for these teams. Again, Waukee has a couple more objectives, but East did get the Rift Herald, which is coming out right now. Rift Herald charging that bottom tower. Kaboom! There come the grubs as well.
Ulting to try and get rid of it. That's gonna keep up tower.
Oh, they didn't take the tower. I thought with Herald and grubs, that was going to be it.
Jax is here for the gank, but not able to pull it off because he came a little bit late.
Late to the party.
Now just a lot of waiting. Top lane looks like it's pushed up so far right now for Waukee.
Yeah, almost on the tier 2 tower already.
Yeah. Orange really picking up the chin.
You know, we're 17 minutes, 17 and a half minutes of the game. What we're really looking for, these teams need to shift out of lane phase and go towards that team fight objective phase. We have towers taken, we have items coming online, we have buffs out there. So they need to kind of shift more towards an objective team fight based approach. Blue tower going to get down in the bot lane finally, I think.
Yeah, not being able to see possibly a fight on top. Ooh! Going for the stun, but not following through with it. Slow point right now. No fights are happening and there's no objectives really up right now. Dragon's gonna be next though in about a minute, and then Baron in a minute 30.
Oh, Dragon. Think.
I think you are correct.
Ooh. Gonna back out.
Gank. Orin
The train has left the station. Orin is backing up.
going choo choo out of here.
And going for the minion. Not the minion, the ward in jungle. I think it's almost time to take Dragon.
There's
25 seconds.
over a 40 CS difference between Cassiopeia and Ari here in the mid lane.
And that's even with mid lane being the highest CS out of all of them.
Absolutely, they're both playing well there. Yeah, shout outs to Anna. You know, she's getting diffed a little bit in terms of CS, but like you said, the highest CS on the entire team.
A little bit. Time for Dragon though. There's gonna be a team fight here.
I can feel it in my bones.
Either that or somebody goes for Baron instead.
I think you called it. I think we're gonna see the trying to take bot lane here for a second, and then use that. King's coming up behind though. Already knows. Oh, maybe.
Fight on the top lane. Oh, going for the stun, getting rooted.
Oh
And then blown up. Why do they keep going for Thresh?
Thresh is so tanky.
Everything for that thread.
And they're gonna trade Thresh for Jax. That is not an even trade. That trade goes in favor
Ooh, another kill.
of East.
Oh, my hero.
Susan taking out another Waukee player. That was a 2-for-1 trade. Definitely going in East's favor there. Is East gonna use that to go after Drakes? I think the answer is yes.
Same as turning a Lucio over like the Zenyatta. This is just, you gotta go for the one that's slower and not able to take as much damage. Fight is gonna start here.
Both of these top laners are getting so tanky here. Red team, so East gets their first Drake, so the Drakes are now 2-1. The gold is still deadlocked even. Guys, they're 21 minutes in the game, 3 to 4 kills, 31 gold apiece, 31,000 gold apiece. East making a phenomenal comeback compared to game 1.
He's playing a lot better in this one, and then at the same time, Waukee targeting the wrong people every time.
Yeah, they just must loathe Thresh, and I get it.
And not only that, I've seen in other parts when they were going for a fight that they're also just not picking a target together. I think it's just they are all one hive mind when it comes to seeing Thresh.
Definitely. And you know, the longer this game plays out, some of these characters scale really well into the late game. I mean, everybody gets stronger the further the game goes on, but some get really terrifying. Hogma is a really late game scaler. I don't know if I'm at league to know about the other ones, but I know Kog'Maw is a really tough late game scaler.
I know Ornn gets super tanky. Super tanky through the game.
And so if the game keeps going like it is, then you're going to have at least 2 late games characters for Waukee. Although I'd imagine a couple of those East characters are also late game. I think Cassiopeia might be one example.
And we're seeing the battle starting in mid lane here. Either of them are just waiting for one mess up. One misstep. And I thought they would have gone for Baron at some point already. Baron's been up for about 5 minutes here. 7 minutes?
No, 2.5.
Oh,
Baron
2.5?
spawns at 20.
Oh, I was thinking of Baron.
All good.
But, yeah, they've had a chance to go for it here, but instead,
Wolf coming up, the Thresh coming from bot lane up to deal with Ratman. I think they're going to try to hook him when he runs away, but he dodges the hook.
he's moving faster. He's on a different level here of speed.
I mean, Ratman did a beautiful job of reading that input. I mean, the Thresh was telegraphing what he was going to do. He's like, hey, I'm coming up here to hook you. And he's like, nope, you're not. I'm going to dodge right out of the way.
Another thing he did is pull in first before he usually you go for the hook and pull back. And 3 on bot lane, not able to confirm any kills, but I think they're going to help him. Possibly.
I mean, I think both of these teams have maybe just forgotten about Baron. We do see Warren positioning right outside of Baron, so maybe he's telling his team we probably need to take this.
Be in their best interest, I think. It would give them a better chance of winning, but you can also see Sky kind of thinking the same thing. Maybe once they push a minion or 2 up in a different lane, they're going to go for it. From going through jungle. Well, nothing here, though.
Is Orin going to get caught out here by the by Kane?
Charging out.
We're going to slow him down. No hooks to speak of. Thresh isn't up here.
There's gonna have to be a team fight sooner or later. They just keep delaying it, though. Gonna have a second dragon by now.
Thresh is waiting for it.
Yeah, I'm just gonna recall. I think. Yeah, getting stunned in the top lane is very scary because maybe swing 10 people with each.
No! That's gonna be it for Shen. There's no way he's getting out of that one. Jax comes up to support.
Now would be the perfect time to go for Baron.
I agree. I don't think it's gonna happen. Oh no, they just pinged it.
Oh, finally!
So they are posturing to go take Baron.
Are they allowed to have Porofessor installed at all?
I don't know. I don't think it's a hard rule that they can't. The GG computers they're using is quite a lot. They also would need an admin password to add it. So I don't think anybody right now is probably using Porofessor or anything like that for info.
If they didn't have the timing memorized for it, then Porofessor also just tells you, hey, look what's up.
Alright, you see Orin kind of hanging out on the edge of this team fight, trying to keep East out of the pit.
Lux stuck on their own at bot lane. We just gave up on Baron?
Yeah, I guess we just gave up on Baron for a team fight in mid. I don't know exactly why. They're going to catch Susan. Susan has had a great mid lane, has not gone down yet once. Has a bounty on their head of 350 gold, but I think they're going to live.
I think this would be the chance to force them to go to Baron.
Well, however this team fight and the resulting Baron goes is going to be a huge swing for either team, but I think both teams realize that and they're scared. They want to make sure that they get it. The hook on the Kog'Maw, but not able to capitalize on it.
Get out of there.
We could have had...
We could have. Instead, we have 0.
Where it might be.
The destruction hasn't happened yet because these are the most even team fights I've seen so far.
Yeah, this is the most even league game I've seen all day.
Oh, the loss. Another. Oh my god.
Oh, it's on Thresh!
Okay, East gets the first pick. Warren's gonna go down.
And then the dragon.
And then they're gonna get the Drake. Okay, East, go take the Baron right now. You're 5-3. Go, no, you go take that Baron.
Oh my god, they're gonna push up mid!
Oh no, please.
Go take the Baron.
Wait.
Wait.
Only one of them. I think they just go.
They're doing it. They're gonna do it. No, oh no, Shen's going to top lane.
Okay, first of all, take Baron. Second of all, stop targeting Thresh. Oh my god.
The tipper.
I bet you if you were listening to their comms, they're like, why are we losing this fight?
Oh man.
We blocked everything on that thresh. I don't know what we're doing.
Yeah, we saw the Luxel only took like 10% of his health away. He's just too tanky right now. And I think he's building towards more tankiness because he realized they're just going after me.
Yeah, I'm just the lightning rod here. I'm sure Tanner can relate to this, you know? He's our resident Threshmate on the MTC team. Shen taking out the ward in the Baron pit. Kog'Maw has rotated the top lane here.
Wait, they're recalling? What for? Oh, it's a buy.
Yeah, they're recalling the buy.
I hope after that recall,
Shen is also recalling.
maybe they're all gonna group up together.
Kog'Maw is recalling.
We're gonna
It's like a group decision
fight?
here. Everyone's like, let's go back to our spawn for a little bit.
Yeah, we're all gonna go back to spawn. Gentlemen's agreement. We're gonna go take a bathroom break. We're gonna let the minions handle this. We'll come back in about 3 minutes.
I was just waiting for something in chat to say team fight on top, like something like that.
Knife fight in mid.
Okay, Scuttle Crab going down in the river.
Well, they're getting Scuttle Crab on bot river instead of going for Baron on top river.
Yeah, you know, we can't get Baron right now. They're just gonna
We're about to have third dragon in the time that Baron could have been taken.
It's about to be the fifth.
The 3 dragons since Baron spawn.
Yeah.
Jack's coming around here. Jack's gonna be able to take out Cassiopeia. No, I think Jack is actually taking a minion from the red team jungle.
Shen's saying that his ult is up.
Getting caught out by Kayn though. The junglers meet, and then they run away.
Wait, pinging Baron!
They're pinging the Baron pit. Waukee, let's go!
My goodness.
No, they split.
Oh, yeah. No, that was just a meetup.
Both teams know that they need it. They both want it, but they're so scared of taking it and getting caught out.
I think the game is so even that you just have to risk it. It's like, what do you have to lose at that point? Because this game is just going to go for another hour and you're just risking your mental.
Right. I mean, these games... Keep in mind, both of these teams have played a minimum of 8 games of League of Legends today. Or this is a minimum of their 8th game. That's a lot of League.
That is how many I've played in my life.
And not only that, but they're playing at the pressure of an in-person state championship. You know, it's a long day.
Oh, going for the gank on top lane here. It doesn't turn out because, you know, Ornn realizing, or not Ornn, who's on top lane right now?
That'd be Kog'Maw.
Kog'Maw realizing that they need the backup.
Where did Kog'Maw get all those buffs? Why is everyone all buffed up? We got blue and red.
We got a Drake spawning in about a minute.
How indecisive Fred is about whether it's a Drake or a dragon.
I've seen games end by now.
Oh yeah.
Today.
In fact, I would say today we've seen a lot faster games than we're used to seeing. Most games I think have ended by the 30-minute mark.
And this one has barely started by the 30-minute mark.
Yep. Strap in, folks.
We haven't seen a tower fall in about 15 minutes. And it's just, I mean, it's 1 and 2 towers taken.
Mid tower going down right now. Is Cassiopeia gonna shut it out?
Oh no.
East is gonna stop it. It's gonna hang on.
Ariel, just to get out of there.
So I think what's gonna happen, right, is we've seen a lot of stalling out. We've kind of seen this stalemate. I think we're gonna very quickly see a shift once one of these teams takes the Baron.
Have you seen over 300 CS before in a game?
I have.
I haven't. I don't think I have. Usually I'm not looking at that number, but we've had so much time.
And pretty much everybody's 200 plus.
Yeah, it's been pretty free if you're
Drake
not...
spawning in. East ready to go after it immediately. They're taking the vision out there. But Waukee is also poised to do this. We're going to see a team fight on the Drake pit. Going after the Thresh again. They're going to blow him up, though. No more Thresh.
This time, whoever wins this team fight can get far enough into the game to where that's optional.
Okay. Scuttle Crab. Let's go.
Oh, yes. The dragon, no. Scuttle Crab, yes.
All right, the Drake's gonna come out. It looks like Waukee's gonna take it. Oh, red team stole the Drake!
Oh my goodness.
God.
That's 3 Cloud Drakes for
Pick a
East.
target!
His aura doesn't. His aura's.
Oh, Cassiopeia takes out Ratman. That's a big swing for East's favor. Lux, goodbye.
Surviving barely.
Is this Baron time?
It's got to be
Yeah,
Baron time.
are we
They're
gonna
up
see a
5-3.
Baron?
They have 3 Drakes.
Oh my god, he's pushing back. Oh, recalling.
They're going more. They're going.
Hogma's watching Baron Pit, ready for them to rotate. Cassio going through the blue team's jungle, looking to back. Hogma also looking to back. They're not doing it. They're just not doing it. Baron just gets to chill. Look guys, Baron's been working really hard today. Baron just needs a break.
Yeah, he's gonna
Baron.
clock out real quick.
Baron's a conspiracy, man. It doesn't exist.
Alright, are we gonna, do you see this red, East mid lane tower barely hanging on? Fight breaking down here in the bot lane.
Holder just walking back and forth. Funny little walk.
I love that little swagger.
Spyro.
Yeah, a lot like Spyro the Dragon.
He's red instead of purple.
We're almost at max levels from some of these guys.
Yeah, max level is it 18 or is it 20?
I think it's 18.
It is, because yeah, you're right. Yep, 18. 18 in La Liga.
I think you have 5 on each one besides ult.
You know, Shen's not nearly as tanky typically as Ornn, but the game's gone on so long enough that Shen is ultra tanky right now.
Yeah, and how much you want to bet if this fight breaks out?
100%. Because Thresh is right there.
But he's got at a point where, like, look at him. He physically has a shield on him at all times. It just broke.
Ooh. And he getting lit up there, but repositioning very well.
Everyone's here for Waukee.
Everyone's also here for East right here in the mid. Actually,
Giant
sorry, no,
team
Shen's
fight
in top
about to
lane.
happen.
Are they?
Oh, they charmed the Cassio. That's a huge opener. Oh, but the shielding. Is Susan gonna live?
Gone.
Susan lives again.
Guess what? They won the fight because Thresh wasn't targeted.
Kog'Maw taking out the turret. Susan living on a sliver of HP. Susan has not died yet.
Wait, it's time.
They're going for Baron, guys.
Baron is being taken.
Waukee's going for Baron. I don't think that East is going to be able to contest this. You see Smolder in bot lane, Thresh going to bot lane. The others are dead or respawning back in base right now. We're going to see, right now, East has a slight gold advantage. That's about to swing back in, there it is, back in Waukee's favor. They're all going to use the fast TP to go back to base, buy some items. We should be seeing the pace of this game pick up a little bit. While that happened, they did have East trade and take the bot turret, getting an objective bounty with an extra 700 gold.
Guys, don't forget, Baron's back in 6 minutes.
It's true.
And it's probably going to take another 50.
And Drake's up in 1.
So it's either they go for a push or they go for the objectives in a few seconds.
And East is absolutely going to be looking to take this Drake in about a minute, because that'll give them their 4th Drake, giving them the Drake soul buff, which is looking at, it's going to be a 4 Cloud Drake buff. I'm assuming it's going to be movement speed.
Ornn hit max.
Whoa, that's a lot of cloud dragons.
Yeah, I mean, they got 3 Cloud Dragons. That's 15% movement speed when they're out of combat, and 15% slow resist. That's huge. Waukee pointing out to their teammates that Cloud Drake is spawning in 40 seconds. He's doing the same thing. Susan Susan finally got shut down.
The CC!
Oh boy.
And
This might be game.
It was Ari that shut down the Cassiopeia, getting a huge gold bounty for Anna there.
This could be game.
They have Baron. They push down the tier 2 tower. They're gonna push the tier 3 down. And I think we're gonna get one more team fight out of East.
I don't think so.
It depends on how quickly they push it. I think you might be right. Yeah, that should be game.
Yeah, those towers.
One tower going down. Oh my god, obliterated.
That's game.
Thresh was there for like a second. He was gone.
And that Nexus got like one hit and it blew up.
They won the game 2 minutes after Baron was taken.
It's like we talked about it for the last 20 minutes that Baron was going to cause a swing here. Anyway, we'll stop being cheeky for half a second. Been a long day for us too, but that was a really entertaining game. That means that Waukee is going to take this set over East 2-0. So, you know, I got to give credit to East. You know, I think it was the first game of the day was also Waukee versus East, and East really struggled in that matchup this morning. But here, they were in this game all the way up until the bitter end. It was Baron finally getting taken by Waukee that caused that swing. Before that, that game was dead even all the way through. Let's hit continue here and take a look at these final scoreboards.
You're going to see a lot of damage out here.
Actually, not as much as I expected. We saw the same damage outputs in the last game, which was significantly shorter. So you see Ornn having 23k damage. You see the Lux having 20k damage as the support. You see Ana having 22k damage as the mid laner. All three of those damage outputs are higher than the East team, but you see Shen having a 19k damage output. Gold, I mean, again, they were dead even on gold up until the Baron swing and the final gold at the end. They were at about both 55k.
Well, if you think about it, this is actually a lot of damage for the amount of kills that went out during this game.
Oh yeah, and if you think about it, with Ornn and Shen having the most damage each, this means they were just hitting each other the entire game, right?
Yeah.
So just tank swapping each other out here. But I think that's gonna do it. Hold up, congratulations, Waukee. You have landed 3rd place in the Iahsea State Spring Showdown League of Legends season. So congratulations to you for a very long fought day, making it all the way to this 3rd place game and taking it home. Thank you to both Waukee and East for giving us great games to cast all day. Loved watching these players. Guys, is there any player from each team that you would just want to shout out real quick, saying it's been fun to watch them today?
Ratman on exclusively Ornn and Dr. Mundo all day.
Definitely. I gotta shout out Wolf on the Thresh. You love seeing a good Thresh player, and they've done an excellent job. I also saw some crazy games earlier from Xerath on the Sarima. And then anybody else we want to shout out on the Waukee team, get another one there. We got two for East.
J-Dubs on Lux.
Yeah.
Goated.
Yeah. But that's going to be it for us here. This MCC it's been an honor to cast these games all tournament long. This is going to be probably the last time that you hear Jahir and Carter on mic for MCC specifically, at least as graduating students. So pretty great way to go out here. And we are going to go ahead and wind this stream down. Thank you guys so much for tuning in, and congratulations again to Waukee for that 3rd place victory.